Hey everybody, this is Kim with BigSense. Guess what? I'm back. And do I have a great topic for you guys? Of course I do. But check this out. How did everybody spend their weekend? Did you have a great time? Did you enjoy your past weekend? Did you get a lot of rest? I tell you what, I had a lot going on for the past weekend. Not only did I work on my next video, but I also had the opportunity to check out someone that appeared in one of my videos. The name of the video was called Grown Folks Want Real Relationships. Miss Stephanie Wilburn. In that video, she was telling everybody that she had the opportunity to put on a show for everybody. And the name of her show was called Sexes by Stephanie. And she calls herself the Hat Bandit. So if you want to take a look at what was going on and what different people look like, be sure and check out my Facebook page, which is BigSense.live. That's my business page. So you guys be sure and take a look at that. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. As you know, that's the only way that I'm able to grow. So let's get into the topic. Today, I want to use as a subject, pick yourself up. That's right. It's time for us to pick ourselves up. We've been on chill mode long enough. It's time for us to get started. So you can look at me as that conductor. It's time for the train to start moving. Do I have all my passengers wherever you are? You might be driving right now. You know, some of you might be exercising. Whatever you could be doing at this time. It's time to get on the train with me and let me take you for a ride. It's time for us to pick ourselves up. And you know what? Before I get into my topic, what do you think about the sound that I'm playing in my background? Yep, BigSense got some music today. I got music. What do you guys think about that groove? You know, I had to go through a lot of different songs and I wanted to find the right one, the right vibe. You know, it takes time to find the right vibe that can kind of push you through. So this one right here, it pretty much caught my attention. So we're going to vibe off of that because a lot of you who really don't know me, let me go ahead and introduce myself. I am BigSense. And with that being said, I'm going to be your conductor. So I want you guys to ride with me. Be a little patient with me as we go through this topic for today. You know what? At this period in our life, some people could be dealing with lost jobs, breakups. Maybe some of you have cut off your old friends. A lot of people might be looking for a new career. Some could be going through a divorce. And also, you already know we have lost a lot of loved ones. So wherever you are at this point in your life, we can't stay where we are. We have to continue. So it's time for us to pick ourselves up. And you know what? You're probably saying right now, BigSense, you don't know my situation. You don't understand what I'm going through right now. And you will be right, because I don't. But I can only tell you about some of the experience that I have had on my journey. Because I don't know your situation. But I do know you can't stay where you are right now at this present moment. Let's look at how we did, or you know what? Let's look at the fact of how we got here. You know that song by Deborah Cox when she says, how did you get here? And she's talking about someone was able to capture her heart. But I want to use that song kind of different. I want you to ask yourself that question, how did you get here? Which is going to require us to do a little bit of inventory over our life. Yep. You're going to have to go back down memory lane and figure out how you got to this point in your life, the situation that you may be dealing with right now. How did you get here? And the $1 million question, what are you going to do to get yourself out? Because you know what? We all have triggers and we all have had different experience from life. We dealt with it the best way that we could. But guess what? Even though whatever it is that you went through in life, did you forgive that situation? Or did you even forgive that person? Or are you still waddling in the past? You probably still punishing someone, mentally. We can get caught up in that era sometimes. We think we're doing ourselves a service by punishing people mentally in our mind. But you know what you end up doing? You end up holding yourself back in life. We all have to forgive. Are you going to take the red pill or the blue pill? Okay. For those of you that chose the red pill, which is truth, you have to forgive people. Let's think about that for a minute. If people truly knew what they were doing, do you really think they would be that malicious? So that goes to show we all don't know what we're doing. Some people are experiencing the baby phase, the babbling phase. They don't know any better. They don't understand the reason why we're here on this earth. And then you have some people that goes through the stage of the teenage stage. And that's when you're starting to open your eyes a little bit and understand a little bit more, and you're beginning to hear different terms that make sense to you now, such as what I'm talking about right now, forgiving people. And then we have that adult stage where we're ready to eat the real food. We're ready to take in the truth that we was never told. So that's what the red pill signifies for me. Giving you the truth in order for you to grow. Because you know what? We're all having a spiritual awakening, a spiritual journey. And I'm that conductor. And everybody is on the train. So, open up your ears and hear. You have got to forgive people that have wrongdone you. Because if we truly understood how life worked, I don't think we would have made half of the decisions that we have made in our life. And I also want you to keep this in mind. You're not forgiving people for them. You're doing it for yourself in order for you to go to the next level here in our lifetime. Who wants to be stagnated, not moving? It's almost like that hamster on a wheel and you're just twirling and twirling in the same place. But you know what? I had to make up my mind that I did not want to remain in the same place. I'm ready to move forward. So, if staying in the same place and me asking for forgiveness or forgiving people for wrongdoing me, if that's what's standing in between me to get to where I'm trying to go, hey, I'm going to go ahead and take the red pill because it's time for me to move. Now, we all got free will and you have a choice in the matter. Some people may decide to go ahead and take that blue pill. Because sometimes we have issues with dealing with reality. So we need an escape. So what a lot of people don't realize is that's how you find yourself being in situations that you don't want to be in, because we don't want to face reality. We don't want the truth. We don't want to be told that the decision that we made might be holding us back on our journey. And some people are okay with that. That would explain why everybody in this world is on different levels when it comes to life. Let's think about it. You have a certain amount of people that's wealthy, have money, able to do what they want to do. You have another area of people that's having to work every single day. We're all being told what we have to do and how long we got to do it. And then you have another group of people that's probably taking their power back and they're making decisions to step out and create their own destiny. So as you can see, we all have a choice in the matter. We all have the same 24 hours. But it's up to you to decide what you're going to do with your 24 hours. It kind of brings me to a story because I can remember a time when I was young. And I put myself in a situation, even though I had someone to give me the truth, which was my dad. Now, being young, sometimes we as women, we want to get that little extra attention, especially when you go to one of the hottest clubs that's around and you see other women, with people flocking to them and telling them how gorgeous they are. And I had the opportunity of experiencing that. So I said, hey, the next time I come to this party, I'm going to be that flat girl. So I remember being excited, and I went to this shop and I bought a dress, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be the belle at the ball for this party right here. So I was excited about getting home because I bought everything that I needed so I could look my best for this party. And I would never forget when I put that outfit on and I came out and my dad was standing there and he said, so that's what you're gonna wear? And I'm like, yeah, what you think about it? What I didn't understand was it was a price to pay to be me at that moment. And I was about to pay the ultimate price. My dad said, so what kind of attention are you trying to get? And I'm like, I don't understand. What are you talking about? He said, well, the dress that you chose screams out attention. So what is it that you're needing right now? Why are you choosing to wear something like that? And I'm like, well, you know what? That's what everybody is doing right now. And, I'm just, trying to get in. And he said, okay. He said, well, you're determined that you're going to learn. So we'll talk about it when you get home. I said, okay, that's fine. So let me tell y'all something. I got to the party. And I got the attention all right. But it was attention that I did not want. I had men that was grabbing on me and pulling on me and trying to hold conversations with me, and I heard words that I did not like. And at that very moment, the red pill was kicking in. Yep, that red pill kicked in, and I understood what my dad was trying to point out to me when he asked me, what kind of attention are you trying to get? One thing about that experience, I understood I did not want that attention. So that's when I made a decision to change some things up in order for me to get the attention that I wanted. Because Yeah, I want to look good, but I also want to be respected. You see, there's a difference. You can get attention and not have the respect, and you can get attention and have the respect. The choice was mine. I got free will. So I made a decision then. I wasn't going to dress that way in order to get that kind of attention. So as you can see, I had my epiphany, and I had to make a decision then about what I was going to do with myself and who did I want to be. So picking yourself up is all about life choices and decisions that we make day to day. So guess what? If you don't like the situation that you're in, change it. Guess what? We can all rewrite our story. We don't have to stay in the same place. If you don't like what's going on, then, sit down and jot some things down. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the term. The term that I'm thinking of right now is affirmations. I'm not sure if you guys know a lot about affirmations, but you know what? It really works. If you start writing some things down about what you expect from yourself, you will slowly see your life begin to change. I bet you never even thought about that. A lot of times, we all deal with some type of trigger, depending on what type of experience that you're in. We never know when it's going to come on, but it always come on in a inappropriate time. And sometimes it can cause us to act out. And we're talking about triggers. These are some things that we need to know and understand about ourselves. These are things that we have to work on in order to pick ourselves up out of a situation so we can be the best version of ourselves. So you have to ask yourself, what is it that you're still holding on to that you need to let go of in order to move on to the next level? Now, I know some of you right now is still probably doing inventory on yourself, and you're thinking about how you got to this stage and now you got to clean up your wrongs in order to make it right. Believe me, I know it all too well because I'm doing this on a day-to-day basis. That's why a lot of times I got to be a little slow when it comes to speaking, and I need to move a little fast when it comes to my hearing, because I don't want to pay for anything that I have done to anybody, because I have had plenty of opportunities of sitting down and rethinking about what I've done. And I tell you what, I'm one of those people where it's kind of hard for me to apologize. I'm getting a little bit better. We grow. We grow. I grow. BigSense grow. So that's why I try my best to pay attention to the things that I do so I don't find myself having to redo a step over again. Now, I know what I'm saying right now, may sound like a fairy tale, but guess what? Love conquers all. And a lot of times that's the only way that we're able to move, because we have to learn that step when it comes to loving our neighbor. So guess what? You're going to have to forgive yourself, and you're going to have to forgive your neighbor for whatever it is that they did wrong. Learn from your mistakes. So you're saying right now, big sis, what I got to learn from my mistakes for? So you don't find yourself dealing with that same issue because you learned your lesson. And now you can take that information and give it to somebody else so they don't have to go through it because you went through it for them. So what I want you to do right now is a little exercise. I want you to take a deep breath. Now let it out. And tell yourself you're going to let it go today. Set yourself free from all negativity that's holding you back right now. Because you have made a wise decision that you are doing inventory on yourself. You're going to figure out how you got to this point in your life. You're going to forgive yourself and you're going to forgive your neighbors. And you're going to move on. Have I lost a passenger? Is everybody still with me? Everybody still on the train? The conductor is looking around and checking on everybody. I got to make sure I still got my passengers because it's getting bumpy. You know, the crazy part about me sitting here calling myself the conductor, my dad was an engineer and he drove trains for a living. So if he could hear me right now, and don't get me wrong, my dad is still here. But where he lives, he's kind of off the grid. So he can't pick up a lot of stations right now. So, I have to go to him and let him listen to it. But I know he is going to be so tickled with me calling myself the conductor. Because the first thing he's going to say is, I don't remember you being on the train with me. But you know what? I was definitely watching. That's what he didn't know. He didn't realize I paid attention. Now, you may not believe it, but we signed a contract in regards to what we wanted to experience right here on Earth. I look at the Earth as a school. So let's call it Earth School. I am able to feel, grow, laugh, cry, and experience any pleasures in life because I have free will. If you don't like your situation, guess what? Change it. Change your mind and get a new experience. It's all up to you. You are the author of your life. Now, I had to cut a lot of people off on my journey. I showed up for them. But you know what? A lot of my friends never showed up for me. So a lot of times my energy was drained trying to be everything for people that couldn't even show up for me. So guess what? I changed that situation. I stopped making myself available to people who didn't really respect me. That's right. I have to run my own life. And that was something that I had to learn. So many times I was giving my power to other people instead of me holding on to my own power. So here's something else that you guys can try. Right now, if you're in a room by yourself, I want you to take your power back. And now I know that you're asking, BigSense, how do I take my power back? What I want you to do is to speak to the universe and you tell the universe, I want my power back from anybody that I did not give permission to who took my power. I take my power back from any situation. I take my power back from anyone that is undeserving of it. I take my power back as well as my energy because I did not give permission to anyone to have it. And I tell you what, just by saying that small affirmation can really change your life. And you will find yourself feeling more energized simply because you took your power back. You took it back. We all have to pick ourselves up. So if you're waiting on someone else to do it, you can forget it. This is something that you have to do. You have to pick yourself up from your situation and move in the direction that is your calling. The whole purpose of you being here on earth is learning and understanding your life situation and changing and elevating. And why are you able to do that? Simply because it's your birthright. It's your birthright. You have the right to be successful right here on earth. So we got to do the work. And how do we do the work? By going through our inventory of life on ourselves and figuring out how we got here. From that, you're going to pick yourself up. You're going to ask for forgiveness for yourself as well as for others. And you're going to move forward on your journey. Now, I know I'm helping somebody right now. And we're going to take our power back because you are in control of yourself. The choice is yours today, everybody. Now, I picked out a couple of affirmations that you guys can use. And for some of you, if you're in the home right now, you got pen and paper, you can jot some things down. For those of you that's driving, I want you to keep driving. So here's a couple of affirmations that I enjoy using. If you can see it, you can believe it. If you can see it, you can achieve it. You hold the power for your future. You have a right to be happy. So, what will you choose today? Are you going to be stagnated or are you going to move forward on your journey? Now, last but not least, we definitely have to work on that self-esteem. That's the purpose of the affirmations. It's building up your self-esteem and understanding that you are worthy. You're worthy. And you deserve everything that is good in this world. Remove ourselves from negativity and only speak positivity. We all need to tap in. Tap in to your energy and change your life. Now, I know somebody right now needed that. I know you needed that. And I'm getting closer and closer to closing out because my time is almost up. So, as you already know, again, this is Kim with BigSense. You can find me on my YouTube channel, BigSense. BigSense. Big Sense. And you can also check me out on my Facebook business page at BigSense.live. LIVE. I tell you what, I can't wait to see you guys grow. I can't wait to see you in your future. The conductor have pulled up to your stop and it's time for everybody to get off. I hope you learned something from this. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I want you guys to continue to speak your affirmations. Speak to your situation, that mountain that's in your life, and tell it to move out the way because you are coming through. The new you is coming through. Why? Because you did the work. Clap for yourself. Give yourself a hand. Pat yourself on the back because you are moving forward to your future. So, as always, I can't wait to see you in your future. Love you. Mwah.